The hustle before the funding. Imagine launching a project with nothing but an idea, a laptop, and sheer determination. No investors. No fancy offices. Just grit, hustle, and a passion to solve a problem. This is the reality for countless creators, founders, freelancers, and small teams who dive into projects without external support, betting everything on their skills, resourcefulness, and drive. They build with what they have, improvise when they hit a wall, and focus on results instead of red tape. This is the essence of bootstrapped project management, where creativity triumphs over capital, and execution matters more than budgets. In a world where venture capital and massive project budgets often steal the spotlight, it's easy to forget that some of the most innovative and resilient projects were born in humble environments. Bootstrapped project management isn't about scarcity, it's about strategy. It's about working smart, stretching every dollar, and building sustainable momentum with limited means. Whether you're launching a passion project, growing a startup from your garage, or managing a team with lean resources, bootstrapping forces you to think differently. It demands clarity of purpose, a bias toward action, and a relentless focus on delivering value, not just checking off deliverables. You're not bound by bureaucracy or drowned in documentation. Instead, you have the freedom to move fast, iterate quickly, and stay close to your vision and your users. This guide dives deep into what bootstrapped project management really means, how it works, why it thrives in today's fast-paced digital landscape, and how you can apply its principles to lead impactful, resilient projects, no matter your budget. What is bootstrapped project management? Bootstrapped project management is the practice of managing projects under resource-constrained conditions, no external funding, minimal staff, limited time and tools. Yet, it's not about barely surviving, it's about thriving creatively, growing organically, and building something valuable through focus and ingenuity. This approach is common in startups in early development stages, side projects by solo developers or freelancers, nonprofits with limited donor support, remote teams working with minimal budgets, internal innovation labs within larger companies. Core principles and philosophy. Bootstrapped project management rests on 5 key principles. Lean thinking. Focus on value, eliminate waste. Action-first mindset. Get to execution quickly. Ideas are worthless without momentum. Iterative development. Start small, improve constantly based on real-world feedback. Prioritization by impact. Only do what moves the needle, ruthlessly cut the rest. Ownership and accountability. Everyone is a doer. No room for siloed roles or bureaucracy. Key characteristic. Bootstrapped project management is defined by a unique set of traits that distinguish it from traditional, resource-heavy approaches. At its core, it thrives in environments where resources are scarce but ambition is high. One of its most defining characteristics is micro-budgeting. Every dollar, hour, and skill must be allocated with precision. Teams can't afford unnecessary features, premium tools, or delays. Every decision is filtered through the lens of cost-effectiveness and practical impact. Another hallmark of this approach is the multi-role flexibility of team members. In a bootstrapped environment, titles blur. A project manager might also be the designer, copywriter, marketer, and customer support rep. This versatility is a strength, allowing teams to stay lean and agile, but it also demands a high level of ownership and adaptability from everyone involved. Speed and adaptability are also essential traits. With fewer layers of approval and no outside investors to satisfy, bootstrapped teams can pivot quickly based on feedback or market shifts. This allows them to test ideas rapidly, course correct without red tape, and stay aligned with real-world needs. These teams often prioritize launching minimum viable products, MVPs, early to validate their ideas quickly and iterate based on user feedback rather than internal assumptions. A bootstrapped project typically operates with minimal viable processes, using only the tools, rituals, and workflows that directly support execution. There's little room for bureaucracy. Documentation is often lightweight, meetings are brief and purposeful, and team communication is streamlined to save time and mental bandwidth. This doesn't mean the absence of discipline. In fact, discipline is crucial, but it's the kind of discipline that serves progress, not appearances. Finally, one of the most defining features of bootstrapped projects is their deep connection to the customer or end user. With limited marketing budgets, growth often depends on word of mouth, early adopters, and organic traction. This means feedback loops are short and raw, providing honest signals about what's working and what's not. Bootstrapped project managers are typically very close to their users. They know their frustrations, they reply to their emails personally, and they adapt the product directly based on these insights. In short, bootstrapped project management is lean, flexible, hands-on, and deeply human. It strips away the noise and puts the focus squarely on what matters: building real solutions for real people, with whatever tools and talent are available. 6. Advantages: cost control. Every dollar is accounted for. There's no waste. Speed to market. No red tape. Just build, test, and ship. Direct customer connection. Without bureaucracy, the team is closer to the end user. Team cohesion. Small teams often mean tighter communication and deeper trust. Organic growth. Scale happens in line with value delivery, not inflated expectations. 7. Challenges: burnout risk. Wearing too many hats can exhaust teams. Limited buffers. Mistakes cost more when there's no backup. Perception issues. Stakeholders might assume lean means low quality. Tool: resource constraints. Not having access to premium tools can slow down operations. Scalability plateau. Growth might be slow without financial leverage. 8. Strategies for success: start with a strong core problem. Don't try to solve everything. Focus on solving one urgent, real problem really well. Develop a minimum viable plan. Rather than elaborate schedules, create a lean roadmap. What's the goal, who's involved, and what's the next deliverable? Embrace the MVP approach. Build the minimum viable product, test it, and iterate based on feedback, not assumptions. Use lean metrics. Measure what matters: customer satisfaction, feature adoption, retention, not vanity metrics. Automate where possible. Leverage low-code, no-code tools for workflows, landing pages, CRM, and more. Barter or partner smart. Exchange value, like visibility or pilot feedback, for design, development, or marketing help. 9. Tools for bootstrapped project managers. When managing a bootstrapped project, tool selection becomes a strategic decision, not just a convenience. You don't have the luxury of expensive enterprise platforms or all-in-one software suites, so you need tools that are cost-effective, reliable, and easy to implement, ideally free or offering generous free tiers. For task management and team coordination, tools like Trello, Notion, and the free version of Asana offer simple yet powerful interfaces for tracking progress, managing sprints, and assigning responsibilities. These tools are especially useful for small teams where transparency and agility are key. Notion goes even further by combining project planning, documentation, and wikis into one customizable workspace. For communication, tools like Slack, free version, Discord, or even WhatsApp groups keep the team in sync without needing an enterprise license. These platforms help facilitate quick check-ins, brainstorm sessions, or status updates, all crucial in fast-moving, decentralized environments. When it comes to file storage and document sharing, Google Drive is a bootstrapped favorite. Its suite of docs, sheets, and slides allows for real-time collaboration and cloud-based storage with no upfront cost. For bootstrapped teams working on software or web development, GitHub and GitLab offer version control and collaborative code management that's robust and free for small teams. Designers and creators can leverage Figma, which provides a professional-grade design experience with a generous free plan that supports real-time collaboration, ideal for prototyping, wireframes, and UI mockups. To streamline workflows and automate repetitive tasks without writing code, tools like Zapier, on the free plan, and Make.com, formerly Integromat, are game changers. These tools can connect your apps, like sending a Slack message when a Trello card moves, or auto-saving form responses to Google Sheets, saving you hours of manual work. For customer research, feedback, or early user validation, free survey platforms like Google Forms, Tally.so, and Typeform, free tier, make it easy to collect and analyze data without touching your budget. In bootstrapped environments, every tool needs to pull its weight, There's no room for bloated systems or unused features. The best tools are those that enhance productivity, simplify collaboration, and scale as your project grows. By curating a lean stack of the right digital tools, bootstrapped project managers can operate with surprising efficiency, often rivaling larger, better-funded teams. 10. Real-world scenarios and case studies. Basecamp started as a tool to manage a design agency's projects, built without funding, and grew organically through word of mouth and user love. Buffer launched with a landing page and a form to collect interest before a single line of backend code was written. The feedback guided development. Indie hackers and solo founders communities like indiehackers.com are filled with bootstrapped success stories, from browser extensions and online courses to SaaS platforms built by single developers. 11. When to use Bootstrapped Project Management. You're launching a new idea with no outside capital. You need to move fast and validate before scaling. You're leading a small team with diverse roles. You want to retain full creative and strategic control. You value learning through doing and embracing experimentation. A call to the makers, dreamers, and doers. Bootstrapped Project Management is more than just a workaround for limited budgets. It's a testament to what's possible when you combine vision with determination. It strips away the excess and reveals what truly drives progress: purpose, persistence, and people who care enough to build something meaningful. If you're navigating uncertainty, working under constraints, or trying to bring a bold idea to life without external funding, know this: you're not alone, and you're not at a disadvantage. Some of the most iconic companies and impactful projects started just like yours, bootstrapped and brimming with belief. So, embrace the constraint. Let it sharpen your focus. Use it as fuel, not friction. Whether you're crafting a prototype, managing a passion-driven nonprofit, or launching your next big idea from your kitchen table, Bootstrapped Project Management gives you the tools and mindset to build with resilience, lead with intention, and grow with integrity. Bootstrapped Project Management is a celebration of doing more with less, but it's also a lesson in clarity, resilience, and intentional growth. It proves that with the right mindset, strategy, and hustle, you can build something meaningful, even revolutionary, without big budgets or big teams. This methodology isn't just for scrappy startups. It's a philosophy that can revitalize innovation teams, nonprofit campaigns, internal projects, and solo passion pursuits. It shifts the question from, what do we need to start, to, what can we do right now with what we have? So if you're someone who's building on a budget, dreaming without external backing, or managing a team through constraint, know this: you're not at a disadvantage. You're bootstrapped. And that means you're focused, agile, and free to build on your own terms.